So I'm here live. As soon as I walk up, look what I see. A vulture in front of the Isis, Mary. There's a vulture right there eating something. Big ass vulture. Staring right at me. Howdy, Ken. There's a vulture here. Man, he's pulling on something before I walk up. He's trying to get some pieces. Oh, he knows I'm close. Let's see this baby fly. I don't want your food, brother. It's a big ass fucking... Can't believe that vulture's picking at a dead carcass right in front of the goddess. I have this like embedded DNA in me that once before I trembled before in front of a giant being like this. Yeah, the girls are fine. Thanks for asking. What's up, Josh? There's some sort of retreat going on here right now. Hey, Josh. Yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm a little stressed right now, but I'm alright. I got a lot on my mind. So, I came in here for a few minutes. I wanted to talk about some things. You guys know that if you've seen some of my Patreon posts, you guys have seen that my visions, things that I've said, are all coming to fruition. Like I said, sometimes my interpretation might be a little off, but what I'm seeing is 100% from our eternal now. And yesterday, I think it was NASA who published it. was an actual picture of a volcano erupting underneath the Milky Way with asteroids passing over top. I mean, the Milky Way, most people who have been into astrology or any sort of knowledge of the stars, they will come across the Milky Way, the Orion Nebula, those areas, and realize that's where souls come from. A lot of things get created. Stars are born in this area. Stars are born and created in this area. It's an access point. And having a volcano erupting beneath the Milky Way with asteroids overhead, I mean, what else? What can I say? What else can I say? I mean, what else? I mean, that shows you everything I've been talking about right there. Now, there have been things in the past, signs of what happened to us. I do believe we were moved to an alternate reality. Hey, Mika. I just want to say, too, Mika, I love you. I know we argued a little bit earlier, but we're a family. We're going to argue. I love you, baby. No matter what, I love you. All right? So, arguing over stupid little things, that's going to happen. All right? I love you, baby. Look at this freaking... Look at this fucking vulture. Every day, I'm seeing something. I'm taking... Well, at least you didn't murder this shit. At least the vulture, you know, finds dead things and eats them. That's one positive thing. At least it's not like a violent killing. But how crazy is it that they pick at the dead? Sort of like the Catholics. I mean, they've corrupted a whole bunch of things. So, oh, Laureen, what's up? Laureen, I'm gonna, we have a reading scheduled for a little while. It's just, I have to do it probably like a couple minutes late. So I will be calling you in a little bit, though. I'm gonna have to like charge my phone and stuff like that. So, yeah, vulture is a symbol. Now, the Black Madonna, yeah. I mean, guys, this whole area, it would take me. That's why I come here a lot, because I've been connected to here for so long, and I literally, I've been connected here my whole life, and I feel I'm meant to be here. You know, even when I was in California, I missed this area. I missed this place. It's hard dealing with winters around here, but there's so much knowledge encoded in all these stones everywhere around us. Now, I should have brought my flashlight with me to go to this house here. Now, I was talking about how our timelines were manipulated, and I do believe we got moved to an alternate reality. It shifted our timeline and the way things were on their way to become. And it's when the Knights Templars found certain technology that was hidden for a long time. It manipulated our reality. And part of it was building these Notre Dame cathedrals, and a lot of mystery can be unraveled through caves of France, and through certain areas of France, northern France, I think, certain areas. Um, Now, something's telling me to go to the woods right now. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a view of this and not me. So, you guys have heard me yesterday mention certain things that I've been tapping into and viewing. Now, our timeline, I feel, was manipulated in the 13th century, the 1200s. And from then on, weird things started to take place. And it's possibly that it's happened multiple times in history when certain technologies emerged, certain things emerged, things took place, things happened, things shifted, our reality shifted. Now, this guy, you guys have seen this before, and I have the picture on my Patreon. Those are your patrons can go see the actual house that Don Bosco was born in Beachy, Italy. This is an exact replica of that house, and this is haunted as fuck. They've used this in rituals. They've used this in all sorts of things. This is brick by brick the same house that Don Bosco was born in. They reconstructed it, and it is, because I've seen the actual house online. No, Mika, we're gonna, during the day, Mika, you'll come here with me on Friday. I already said that we can come here on Friday. It's just that it's hard to come here with the baby and stuff, you know? Yeah, hawks seem to follow me too. So I'm walking up these stairs. Whoa. What do you mean you'll find a way? It's freaking a mile down the road. Start with that bullshit. So, man, I don't even want to do this shit right now. Ugh. So back to what I was saying, man. I'm trying to push through because I'm in a really fucking bad mood right now. I'm sorry, guys. I know that you all is wanting to see this live stream, but I have a lot of information to talk to you guys about. So, I do believe that certain things that were happening in Europe, we have to re-examine. And we were getting signs all over the place that people just looked at it like it was the signs of Christianity winning over the pagans, signs of all sorts of things that, of course the church was talking about that. It was because It was because the gods were angry. It was because this was happening. Those gods were, the pagan gods were evil, and it's because of the Christian God that we need to do this. Like every time the River would flood, or every time there was crazy shit going on, they would blame it on pagans. Blame it on the beliefs of the people. So, okay, so when you guys say Marilyn Monroe, the first thing that comes to my mind was that she was strangled or drowned or held. She couldn't breathe. So that's the first thing that comes to my mind when Marilyn Monroe, when I just hear the name and I think about her. The first thing that comes to my mind is that she couldn't breathe, and that she was like severely, her breath was already slowed down. I could feel like her breath, her heartbeat, everything was already really slow from some sort of medication or some sort of sedative that she was on. I can almost, like, when I'm trying to tap into her energy right now, I'm getting like symbols, and I could feel a certain slowness of breath and heartbeat, where she was so high or so under the influence that her heartbeat and her breath was already very, very slow, and it didn't take much to silence her for good. And that's what happened. You know, she wasn't the typical looking model either. She was like a little thick. Nowadays they want you to be like emaciated and shit, and look like fucking Miss Heroin 2019. But it's I think yeah, I think that she was murdered, possibly. And I think that she was strangled or drowned, something like that. You know, um, you see, my you guys have heard a lot about my history and stuff, but I have my family's part of my family's very connected too, and uh, like the union that my father and brother worked for many years is the union run by what the frig was his name? Jimmy Hoffa. I mean, Jimmy Hoffa Jr. runs the union now that my brother belonged to and my dad for 20 years. It's called the Teamsters, Local 456. I mean, my father and my family, we had a small little home heating oil company in the Bronx and Westchester for many, many years, and all the oil companies of Westchester County belonged to the Teamsters of Local 456, and Jimmy Hoffa was the president of that Teamsters, and now his son his son runs it. And my dad used to work with Bernie Doyle or Eddie Doyle. It was just like the guy who was running it as well. My dad was, part of that all. So this is the gates of the sacred grove. The gates of Maria. Ave Maria, the gates of Mary. See? The gates of Maria. And the crown, Mary's crown, the queen of the heavens, the queen of the Rephaim, the queen of the giants. The crown is standing, hovering there by these two watchers, these two Grigori, holding up the crown for when she reanimates off that statue. She can walk here for her crown. You see, that's the Fatima shrine right there. The three children of Fatima, and yeah, that's the You know, Albert Einstein wasn't as smart as everybody thinks he was. All his shit was just theory. Tesla proved how smarter he was than how much more smart he was than Albert Einstein. I mean, yeah, of course he was a great thinker, but it's not what he's not. I don't think he was the smartest man in the world by far. Look at this shrine. Last night I had to chase raccoons away too. I got the video. Wow, this is pretty intense right here. I feel a strong vibe with this right here. Honoring all the dead. Harvesting souls. So I've been writing a book about the Vatican and the obelisks of the apocalypse. They're broadcasting like a spiritual transmission of these end times. Look at that, see? This way for the joyful mysteries, this way for the gloriful mysteries and sorrowful mysteries. And there's a mantra for every one of those mysteries. A prayer, a spell. It's funny, they point into this sacred forest for the way to the sorrowful mysteries. You guys saw last time I was here, I found literally the devil's throne. A megalithic structure, like a throne. And of course you've seen the tree portal that I found here before. This is the Fae Forest. There's all sorts of, this is Knights Templar grounds. Ritually programmed with Knights Templar technology. This is the land of the Fae. Different seasons, different statues appear of worship. Look at this. This is a dolmen. I made a little miniature dolmen somebody made with the jewels. How crazy is that? Damn, this is like a pyramid rock. Look at this shit. So, I want to talk a little bit about the Tiber River as well. The mystical Tiber River that goes through Italy. Now, I've been doing research for my book about the obelisks and Rome and the Vatican in Italy. And, you know, it's interesting when I start to do research and write about something because info comes to me on a different level than most. My mind gets flooded with information when I research something, and there is the tree portal. A calmness and it's like I just walked into a library. It feels every time I see this tree. Now, you guys, I have a picture of Mika when she once touched this tree. Her face like morphed into a young little fairy looking girl. It's so weird. When the light hits the certain hole in this tree, the portal activates and things cross over. Whoa, that deer just popped out of nowhere. Where did that deer come from? I didn't even hear him run or walk or anything. He just popped out of nowhere. That was pretty crazy. There's another one there. There's another one. So, wow, I had like a feeling come over me too. So I was talking about how I was doing research on these obelisks. I'm gonna go see this megalithic throne again if I could find it. Now, I was talking about doing research on these obelisks, and I came across, if you look on my Instagram and my Patreon, you'll see pictures I recently posted the last day or two about an obelisk that has a marble white elephant with it. Now, this white elephant was a gift from the King of Portugal to Pope Leo X in the 1500s, I think, or 1400s. And yeah, people, there's all these teddy bears stuffed in the trees here. And like Mika's saying, and all types of weird teddy bears and stuff, and that's to honor the Fae. When you have trinkets on trees, like Christmas and all of that stuff, ribbons on trees, all that stuff, that's in honor of the Fae, to give offerings to the Fae. That doesn't seem too Catholic to me, does it? In reality, Catholicism is an offshoot of the old religion. The saints, the gods of the old religion are turned into saints in the Catholic religion, all of this, right? So they took our beliefs and mutated them into their own shit. They took the triple goddess and made it into the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. It's just the male aspect of the triple, the triad, right? Wow, this lake was never, this little lake here was never this big. What the hell? This is like a pond. This is like a swamp back here now. It turned into like a pond. Yeah, there's on the other side of this is the track field for our high school. Like, I used to walk through this way to go to school. So yeah, the kids you hear screaming is probably the gym class for the high school. They're on the track field because when you come out of these woods, you're at the high school football field. Yeah, this shit used to be like a puddle. Now it's like a lake here. I mean, look how far it goes. It goes like a fucking hundreds of yards. And you see that white, this white tree there? White trees are a sign of Fae. That's a marker point for the Fae realm. So, this Indian elephant was from... Whoa. That was never here before. What the hell is this big L? Fuck, I almost just fell. What the hell is going on? Some of these trees are marked with these circles and an L in the middle. Does that mean leave? Wait, there's something going on here. Wow. Where is that megalithic throne that I found last time? It was like right in front of the water, like looking out on the water. See? That's man-made right there, that little pile. Wow. Okay, so there's a... Okay, oh my god. Guys, I didn't catch it on camera. I just saw a troll, a little elf. I never even knew about this thing here. It just sat into that tree and disappeared. My heart just jumped. Holy shit. Oh my god. He sat down into this tree and disappeared. Holy shit. You see how it's cone shaped too? If you sat in this, it will generate psychic energy and kinetic energy because of its shape. There's an intricate network of portals in here. Of tree portals. This is ancient prehistoric stuff. This is the hollow. You can look in any type of Fae lore. The hollow of the tree is an access point. Look, it even has a back where it's sat down. This is, yeah, they're always trying to emulate this shape. You're right on target, Mika. I'll put my hand in there, fine. I saw like a holographic elf troll. That's what I saw. It was like dull neon, like a clear neon. Whoa. There is a wave of energy going through this. Yeah, there is like an indentation of a head. You're right. Wow, so look what I'm seeing now. Something just draw me over here. What the hell? Guys, check this out. This is man-made here. What is this? Holy shit. Oh my god. Guys, I can't believe this. Look what I'm finding out here. This is some sort of altar and wall. This is an ancient wall and altar. This is a megalithic site. Guys, holy shit. This is an old altar. Now that throne thing that I saw up there makes sense. You see this? This is a wall right next to the water here. This is a step. Yeah, somebody's rolling a blunt back here, of course. But this is, look at this. This is ancient masonry. Look at this. This was like, they used cement in between the stones too. So this shit wasn't too old. It's not prehistoric. Yeah, this shit is very old. I can't look at this. This is part of it as well. This went far. Where is that throne? See, I told you. I mean, this is right behind the Mary. They built her right on top of an energetic prehistoric area. This is remade of the Roman swamps. I feel like this is like a Roman swamp. And you know, the Tiber River flooded many times in the past. Now, in 1495, let me talk about this for a moment. When the Tiber River flooded, all sorts of... I just got hit with a thorn. You fucking whore. Your sister's hairy hole. That hurt. Motherfucker. So, wow, I'm like trapped in here. What the fuck? Shit. So, in 1495, when I think it was 1495, you guys can help me out with the fucking... you son of a bitch, I'm climbing over trees. So, I think you guys can help me out with the time frame. But in 1495, the Tiber River flooded, and there was an enormous amount of serpents washing up on the shore. But not only serpents, there was rumors that a dragon washed up, and documented proof. The dragon, I'm not so sure of. It might have been just a big serpent, but there was documented proof of a genetic hybrid that washed up ashore. Now, what am I talking about here? I'm talking about the body of a human female, the head of a giraffe or a donkey. They call it the Papa Asino in Italian, which is like the Pope's ass, basically. It washed up on the shore, had the body of a female, like with and all of this, the head of a donkey. One arm was like a human arm. The other arm was like an elephant's trunk. The back of its head had like a man's old face, and the front of it was like a donkey. It had a tail, a serpent's tail or something. It was a genetic crossbreed. It was similar to what the Goetia are. I believe that it was technology of the ancients of the Rephaim, genetic crossbreeding, and the Goetia are spiritual versions of that. It's some sort of technology of the disembodied Rephaim, where before they die, they prearrange it in sorcery, where they would make these big megalithic coned vessels. Well, they'll place a human body, a dead human body within it, like a golem. Then they'll put sacred formulas and geometries and divine formulas inscripted outside on the megalithic stone. They'll put symbols of certain animals that they want encoded within the genetic hybridization, and voila, when they die, they're transformed with some sort of technology that we can't fully understand into part animal, part human, part creature in the energetic spiritual realms. And that's how you have these Goetia beings. They are disembodied spirits of the Rephaim, plugged into the elementals and plugged into the animals. Wow, look at that stone. I can't find that throne that I found last time. It's almost like it was dismantled. I feel like this is an ancient sea beast, some sort of whale or something, this huge stone right here that I'm seeing. Holy crap. Look at how big this is. Like I'm standing on a big rock right now. This is a big stone. And it's literally tied into this tree right here. I don't even know how far into the woods I am right now. I gotta go back. So this thing washed up ashore from the Tiber River. You guys could probably look it up online. And in my understanding, it was connected to a pagan temple, an occult temple. It was part of that temple, and when the flood hit that temple and demolished it, it was released. There was some sort of underground chamber that it was in, and it flooded, the chamber flooded, the cell broke, and that thing was released. That's what the information that I'm getting from it. Of course, I can't prove it, but there's wood cuttings that people made replicating this. It was well documented. So I gotta get out of here because my phone's gonna die. I have to go do a reading in a little while, and I haven't eaten yet today. I have to eat. I'm starving. So I won't get lost. Don't worry. I know these woods well. I just never went down that way near the water. I mean, certain times of the year, that's a puddle. Now it's like a fucking lake. Why do I feel like I'm seeing like a mirage up there. I'm seeing like another misty lake up there, and there's definitely not one up there. Yeah, I won't get lost. I mean, like I said, I've been around these woods my whole life. So I won't get lost. Even though I'm kind of lost right now. Okay, so why do I feel like there's some sort of weird thing following me too? Wow, what do we got going on over here? I feel like some kind of Sasquatch or Bigfoot is involved right with this. With these trees coming down. Oh, wow. This is definitely a man-made or some sort of structure here. And I'm not one that goes into Bigfoot lore too much, even though I was fascinated as a child with it. But if that doesn't look like some sort of, yeah, Blair Witch Project, you're right. And you know what? A little interesting fact before I go. When I was a kid, like I said, I used to come up here with my friends a lot. And when we were about 10 or 11 years old, I was going into like 6th grade. I came up here with my friends. We went to go play basketball, and I wasn't supposed to wander into the woods, and I did. And we saw